right, ladies, thank you for being here in our reading first grade and grade level PLC. You being here. Let's see. Oops. And here are our norms. I want you to look at them and ground yourself and share out which one are you grounding yourself on. I'll start from Mr. Solis, our administrator.
Okay, so my norm is start and end on time.
Thank you. Ms. Salcedo.
Collaborating with our team.
Ms. Chapa.
Open communication and understanding.
And Ms. Neely.
Collaborating with our team.
Thank you. All right, and here is our agenda. And we're going to start soon a new unit. We'll talk about that later. And I would like you to share your big shout out. Who wants to start?
Okay. It doesn't matter. Oh, my big shout out is to one of my babies, Hayden. I was doing instruction in math, and I was asking 7 plus 2 to raise their hand, and he raised his hand, stood up, and said 9.
Oh.
And I was just like, so for me, that was a big deal.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Anybody else wants to
Well,
share?
I can share my big shout out is we started doing our readers last week for reading time. So the kids are now reading with a partner, and they've been working really well with their partner. There have not been any behavioral issues when they're
Awesome.
picking each other as a partner. So I thought they were doing really good.
Yes, I would say mine goes to one of my students that he is using his fingers to count. He got what an addition means, and now he's even using his nose. Just like
There's
it's
nothing
just
wrong.
like
We start from the little to
Yes.
the big. To
Yes.
get that strategies.
Mhm.
Okay, and here is our week 7 overview. As you can see, Janet and bilingual, we have some pausing points in Monday, but since it's almost the end of our unit, I change it up a bit. Usually the normal unit does the test and then 2 days of activities, so I change it up a bit and did it's like the final, but we're gonna do like really big strong reviews on the days and do that big final test for that unit to Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday we'll start that new unit for unit 3 next week. Everybody's okay with it? We need to change it? I just thought better wise for the students, review more and give them more time to acknowledge and learn more, go over that vocabulary. Okay, so here's some introduction to Unit 3. It's the, stories from different countries. Same story, different, I don't know how to say it in English.
It's a folk tale.
It's all folk tales, but they take the same story from this culture and then show the same story or the adaptation of that story in another country. And then here are some, they're folk tales, fairy tales, Cinderella, Thumb and Thumbelina, Istamboshi, Little Red Riding Hood. Those are some of the titles. And they're examining themed characters, supernatural characters, and cunning trickers, and appear in stories all around the world. So there's something that before we end, I want you to start thinking as a team, since we're trying to do a project for every unit. What project can we do for this unit? And then for next PLC, bring it up and see, we can share out ideas. That way they have time to work on the stories, because we're trying to do family project, get them involved in our reading units. And I know there's some practice makes you stronger. So I'm gonna ask one of my teammates to model a lesson for me. And it's gonna be in English is Cinderella, in Spanish es Cenicienta. That's the lesson 1. And then let me make this smaller. I'm gonna ask one of my teammates to model a lesson for me. And it's gonna be in English is Cinderella, in Spanish es Cenicienta. That's the lesson 1. And then let me make this smaller. And where do I have it? Yes, this is it. You tell me where you want it, Miss Saucedo.
Yeah.
You want it at the beginning?
Yes,
You want
the
to
beginning
do?
of the story. That's fine.
I'm like, that's the video. You want it here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make it bigger. And the stage is yours.
Okay. How much time?
I'm gonna give you like 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So let's say that they already know vocabulary and everything, right? So I go to the read aloud. Okay. Yeah.
Yours.
Spanish.
You could do it in Spanish and then
Yes.
explain.
I'm gonna do it in Spanish and then okay. Yeah. Ok, bueno, hoy vamos a leer el cuento de la Cenicienta. Ok, ese es el título de nuestro cuento. Va a ser nuestro personaje principal, la Cenicienta. ¿Cómo se llama el título del cuento? ¿Me podrían decir todos juntos? La Cenicienta. Ajá, vamos a leer el cuento de la Cenicienta. Y vamos a ver qué pasa. Ella es la Cenicienta. La Cenicienta va a ser nuestro personaje principal del cuento de hoy. ¿Okay? Entonces, yo te voy a empezar a leer el principio del cuento y pon mucha atención para poder después ver cómo entendemos nuestro cuento. Había una vez una niña muy humilde. ¿Ok? Entonces, era una niña muy humilde que se llamaba Cenicienta. ¿Cómo se llamaba la niña? Cenicienta. Ajá. Ella vivía con su madrastra y 2 hermanastras. ¿Ok? Una madrastra y 2 hermanastras. La madrastra era muy mala con Cenicienta. Era mala, la trataba mal. Entonces, la obligaba a hacer el trabajo duro y sucio de la casa. Ella, Cenicienta, ella tenía que fregar los pisos, tenía que lavar los platos y tenía que lavar su ropa. Eran las cosas que tenía que hacer Cenicienta. Nadie la ayudaba. Y cuando ella terminaba de lavar y de fregar pisos y de lavar los platos, Cenicienta se sentaba cansada, sola, junto al fuego y entre las cenizas. Por eso la llamaban Cenicienta. ¿Ok? Entonces, vamos a pensar un poquito en la historia. Nos vamos a poner de pie. Can you stand up, please? Entonces, tenemos nuestro personaje principal, que es la Cenicienta. ¿Quién es nuestro personaje principal? Cenicienta, exacto. Cenicienta vivía con su madrastra. ¿Con quién vivía? Su madrastra y 2 hermanastras, ¿verdad? 2 hermanastras. Ajá. Pero ellos eran mala con Cenicienta. ¿Cómo eran con ella? Mala. Ajá, mala. Cenicienta tenía que fregar los pisos, hazle así. Tenía que lavar los pisos. Ajá. Cenicienta tenía que lavar los platos. Do it like this, like you're washing the dishes. Lavar los platos. Ajá. Cenicienta tenía que lavar su ropa. Wash your clothes. Ajá. Tenía que lavar su ropa. Exactamente. Entonces, pero las hermanastras no tenían que hacer eso. La madrastra no tenía que hacer eso. Ajá. Muy bien. ¿Se pueden sentar? Siéntate. Ahora, te voy a hacer una pregunta y vas a pensar primero para ti, ¿ok? I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to have a moment to think about it. Cuando tengas tu respuesta, show me thumbs up, ¿ok? Cuando tengas tu respuesta, lo piensas. My question is, ¿cuál es el personaje principal del cuento? ¿Quién es el personaje más importante del cuento? Piensa. Y si cuando tienes tu respuesta, show me thumbs up, okay? Who's the main character of the story? If you have thought about it, just show me thumbs up. I can see that you have thumbs up. Ok, muy bien. Te voy a dar 5 segundos para que rápidamente voltees con tu compañero y le digas quién es el personaje principal del cuento. Okay, turn and talk to your partner and tell her who the main character is.
The main character is Friend. The main character is Cinderella.
Okay, how do you say this?
Cenicienta.
Okay, great job, amazing. Let's track the speaker. Muy bien. A ver, Miss Chapa, can you share with us what you discussed with your partners, please?
Yes, we discussed that the main character is Cinderella.
Ajá, ¿estamos de acuerdo con Miss Chapa o estamos en desacuerdo? Do you agree with Miss Chapa or do you disagree? Oh, estamos de acuerdo. Miss Neely, why do you agree with Miss Chapa?
I agree because we said that the main character was Cinderella when we were listening to the teacher.
Oh, okay, thank you for sharing. Ok, pregunta número 2. Tengo otra pregunta. I have a question number 2, ok? Pregunta número 2. ¿En qué se diferencia la vida de Cenicienta de la de sus hermanastras? How different is Cinderella's life from her stepsisters? ¿Ok? Piensa un instante para ti. ¿En qué se diferencia esa vida? ¿Cómo era diferente las hermanastras a lo que hacía Cenicienta? Okay, how different is that life? Show me thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, thank you. Turn and talk very quick to your partner. Pregúntale a tu compañero, ¿qué vieron ellos de diferente entre la vida de la hermanastra?
Her stepsisters said that sisters are spoiled. They're spoiled.
And Cinderella. Cenicienta has to work a lot. She's working a lot.
Okay, let's track the speaker. Ajá, great job. Muy bien. A ver, mi Santiago, ¿qué discutieron ustedes? ¿En qué se diferencia la vida de Cenicienta a la de sus hermanastras?
We talked that Cinderella and the stepsisters are spoiled, they don't have to work. Cinderella has to do all the chores and all the work at home.
Ok, ¿estamos de acuerdo con mi Santiago? Or do you want to add on something? Ok, estamos de acuerdo. Muy bien, entonces ese es el principio de nuestra encuesta. Ahora vamos a pensar, ¿creen que es justo? Is it fair how Cinderella has been treated by her mother? No, it is not, right? And we will discuss about it, why it isn't. So let's move on. So here, ok. Vamos ahora. La segunda parte de nuestro cuento es, ¿qué quiere? Bueno, Cenicienta. Las hermanastras, ya vimos que las hermanastras vivían en una vida muy diferente. Las hermanastras...
Time.
Oh, okay.
John?
Oh, that was great.
All right, Ms. Salcedo, are we like that you involved the student doing TPR when they were like following the actions that Cinderella did at the home? She had to wash the clothes, wash the plates, and the way you guided the students in your turn and talks. I really like that. Got them engaged. Anybody else wants to give a shine to Mrs. Salcedo?
I agree with the feedback that you were providing, and I did like that you said to think about it for the students as teachers, and then to turn and talk. And I think that's important too for the kids to think about what they want to say first, and then turn and talk to their neighbors or partners.
And I like that you said thumbs up to make sure they understood first. And then they thought about it and then turned.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the way that I remember what Ms. Neely said. Give us time to think quietly, because sometimes if I hear like Gidia, she's the smart girl of the class, and she says an answer, and I'm gonna think by myself because I already know the answer. So giving my time to think, do a turn and talk. What I also really like is how you ask a student what is the answer to the question, and then you ask another student why. So asking the why question is powerful because you're allowing students to explain the rationale. So my only feedback would be to do it more consistently. So every question that you're gonna ask, I ask one question. I'm gonna ask my second question might be why do you say that? So that's going to give more cognitive demand to the student. Basically, say why? Well, because Erika said it. No, it's because I look at the evidence. Pay attention to the story. So thank you for that.
All right. Up now, we're gonna ask one of our own to do a mapping of the story because we're helping and assisting her grow in her practices. I'm gonna lower this one down. I'm sorry, I didn't have the English slides up.
It's okay. I think it's on page 12, right?
Yeah, we're good. This is the second
Oh, that's what I'm gonna read.
where the party comes. The party. The girls are getting ready and we were showing their
So just start right here.
All right,
We'll
Mr.
start this
Chalfant,
part. This part, yes. Okay.
the stage is yours. And I'm Good morning, boys and girls. We are on Unit 3, and we are going to be speaking and listening about a story called Cinderella. Cinderella is a fairy tale. Cinderella is a fairy tale, and here's a picture. Okay? And fairy tales feature members of a royal family, the king, the queen, and their members. Characters of magical powers and magical transformation and changes. So we're gonna identify who this is, and this is Cinderella, and she's cleaning. So once there was a poor girl who was called Cinderella. Cinderella lived with her stepmother and her two stepsisters. Cinderella, her stepmother, and two stepsisters are the characters in this story, but our main character is Cinderella. Her stepmother was mean to Cinderella and forced her to do the dirtiest and the hardest thing she would have her clean the floors and do all the chores at the house and wash all the clothes all by herself. Nobody did it but Cinderella. When her work was finally done, Cinderella would sit tired and alone. Tired and alone. When her work was done, but by the fireplace among the ashes and cinders, and that's why they called her Cinderella. Cinderella's stepsisters lived in the splendor or the very best of everything. They didn't have to clean, wash, or do anything like Cinderella. They had soft beds, thick carpets, and silver-edged mirrors. Poor Cinderella, to sleep on the floor next to the fireplace. One day the king, so we're going to stop right there. We're going to ask the question, who is the main character in the story? Can somebody read? Think about it. Who is the main character in the story? And let me see a thumbs up if we know who it is. And then now, let's share with our partner and think about who it is. And then I would like to see a hand raised and stand up loud and proud and let me know who you think it is.
Yes, the main character is Cinderella. As you said, there's a stepmother. The main character is Cinderella.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, Miss Santiago, would you like to stand up, please? Okay, loud and proud.
Cinderella.
Very good. Thank you, Miss Santiago. Very good. Now, what is the difference of the life that Cinderella had? Oh, wait, let me back up. Who are the characters in the story? Is it just Cinderella?
or were there more characters? Miss Neely, would you like to share?
Yes, you said that in this story there was a stepmother and stepsisters with Cinderella.
Awesome. Bless you. Okay, and does everybody agree with Miss Neely?
Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Miss Neely. Okay, our next question is, do we think it was fair? Oh wait, we talked about the characters, but what life did the sisters have versus Cinderella? Let's think about that real quick. Okay? Thumbs up if we're ready. Okay, let's share with our partner and partners. And then when we're ready, somebody would like to stand up.
I think the sisters were lazy.
Yeah, they didn't have
They
to
were
be
lean.
Yes.
And for Cinderella had Cinderella was hardworking and she got dirty a lot. Her stepsisters were probably clean too.
Yes, and she was
Okay.
tired all the time. She was hard work.
Miss Salcedo, are you ready? Okay, stand loud and proud and tell everybody.
We were saying that the stepsisters didn't have to work, so that's why Cinderella was tired the whole time. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, and boys and girls, is that fair? Was that fair to Cinderella?
No.
No. Okay. If we all agree, thumbs up. Do y'all think that was fair? No, it wasn't fair. Good job. Why?
Okay. All right, Miss Chapa, I like the way you kept us engaged, but there was something that caught my attention. I like the way you kept the students engaged, but however, I was expecting a little bit more when the student answered with one word. In my practice, when the student answer with one word, I make them reword it and ask them to speak in a complete. How can you word or give me that answer in a complete sentence? And I give them a time. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 seconds. They reword it and they say, I call it, tell me a supersonic sentence. How would you answer that in a supersonic sentence?
And we just talked about that this morning. Not just say yes or
no,
we
or
have to
just
say a
give you,
complete-
when they give you like one word, like I said, Cinderella, like I'm like would say, even though the correct answer is correct, how can you give me that answer in a supersonic sentence? That will help the student. Give them a few seconds for them to think and then reword it. Sometimes they may not word it, and if they need assistance from you or another, sometimes they don't know how to put the words together. So what I do when they give me that sentence and they don't know how to put it together, I say, this is how I would say it. The main, and I make them repeat it with me, is the main character, and so that's how they get used to giving answers in a complete sentence, because you know that ties up when they're writing their whatever I'm speaking, I'm able to put it in paper in a sentence. Anybody else want to give Ms. Chapa their feedback?
I'd like to say that you kept the energy up with the lesson, and you were really walking around and you were making sure when you gave your directions that you were clear with the directions and you listened, and that's really important.
Yes, and I like how you say your answer proud.
Loud and proud.
Yes, loud and proud. So that way they can own what they're saying.
Thank you.
I like how you kept us on point of standing up to speak. That's powerful because that brings the attention to the speaker. And I do agree with Ms. Santiago. Making sure the students speaking complete sentences is about one of the best practices for our students to use the academic language. Because when we go home, how was your day, honey? Well, let me tell you about the main character of my day today. So the plot begins when we had a lockdown to do. No. Using our academic language only happens in school. So the more opportunities we have for them to use words like character in school, it's better because they're not gonna have that practice at home. So making sure that they speak in complete sentences gives them that intentional and deliberate time and space for them to use that academic language.
We're gonna continue. And to continue with our PLC, here's some grade level information. There's going to be the surgery decorations. You know, our students started bringing in their vest, human body. So hopefully tomorrow during our planning, we can set up the stage outside, because like during those 2 days of the review, I told you next week, we're going to be also doing hands-on activity, doing the human operation outside with the students. So we'll set up times. I don't think each activity takes more than 15 minutes. So bilingual can come out and the kids can work. They did it last year. There were 4 groups. As you've seen outside, I have started staging the tables. I already printed some of the decor. So hopefully tomorrow you guys can assist me with that. The field trip letter, I already printed it out. It's been approved with by Miss E, and I'll give you those copies, and everything has been set up for me to give you. And the October 9, remember that we will send an action letter to the parents saying that they're going to be wearing their boots and their cowboy hat for our presentation. And you know, for that day, and I think Miss Neely and Miss Chapa are the ones who are going to be staying in the after school program. And our closing, like I said before, be thinking about what materials you're gonna probably need for Unit 3 if we need anything. Pre-work, choose a lesson for next week for you to model. Miss Chapa, you're gonna be doing mapping again. And think any possible ideas of a family project for this next unit. I'm like, I wish I'd like you to hear your ideas. And remember, your perspective is really important to me and to us. First, do your ACE hours, and please, your feedback. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to our Reading PLC and grade level meeting. Hope you have enjoyed your vacation like I did. So, welcome back. Here are our norms. I'm gonna ground myself in one of them. I'm gonna start and end on time, promise. This time I'll promise. Can one of you share which one would you be grounding yourself on?
I'm gonna ground myself in be respectful of all voices in the room.
I will ground myself with open communication and understanding.
Collaborating with our team.
Okay. Move on. And here's our agenda. We're gonna overview next week the current strategies. There's some important information from our grade level, and then we're gonna be reaping bright ideas. That means we're gonna be closing out. So while getting into excellence, any shout outs for, I know we just came back from vacation and this break. Any shout outs so far in this week?
Okay, well, I just checked my bucket where all the students turned in their homework. So we did a packet over Thanksgiving, one was sent home, and I got almost everybody's back.
Miss Chapa?
I feel like for me, and some of the things that we do, that little light bulb is like coming on, and it's finally like they're understanding some of the things that we do. So I was very excited and happy with them, like in skills and
More
knowledge.
mature.
Yes, I can see the maturity coming up, and I don't know about so much today because of the testing. It just threw them off. But the little light bulb, it's coming on. I'm super excited for them that we are progressing and we're going up.
So good. Well, mine will be that today my kids were excited about their tests. I mean, they were like, yeah, we can do it. They were, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's nice to see them that they want to accomplish that goal.
Okay. And here's our week. Our next week, probably this just will change due to our new announcement for testing. So I will move, at least for the dual language one, I will move some things around. But this one was the proposed lesson planning for next week. So Miss Neely and Miss Chapa for the Janet. So, Thursday we'll move it up.
Okay. So yeah, so we will
So
look,
we
I will look at
would-
that and see what needs to be changed.
But
because
you're
of
still
testing this
testing this
week.
Thursday? You are?
I
Yeah.
believe so
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I think they're only changing the Spanish. I ready, so I believe we'll still test
Okay.
for the English unless they
So
change their minds.
I was supposed to be testing on Friday. It was 5th grade Spanish
Oh, so it's gonna be next week then?
next week.
Oh, you weren't going to do the ACP for 5th grade?
No, it was the.
It was the iReady?
The
Because they said they were doing the ACP too.
But no,
No,
I'm not,
okay.
no, it's not me. So hopefully, unless they show up at my door tomorrow, I will check that. But no, I was doing reading. And here are our grade level. We got Dr. Rachel, I was gonna say Rachel Hill from the NASA. I'm so excited about this. I already emailed for the decoration in the multi-purpose room. I emailed Miss Woods to get some volunteers. Hopefully they'll be here by Friday. I'm gonna do some copies, trying to do our solar system like we did last year, and do I'm gonna try to do it like a booth. That way, if the kids wanna take pictures with Dr. Hill, they'll be able to. So, and remember
Is she
next
bringing her uniform?
I don't
Amen.
know. I you know what? I did not ask. I was just so happy that she says, I'll be there on Tuesday. I'm like, bring whatever you need. I emailed her this morning and asked her, do you need to run any copies? Let us know. I just need a projector to project my presentation. I'm like, okay, but just let me know we're here to assist you. And she wanted them in tables. That's why I sent the email to Mr. Jack to set up the multi-purpose room in tables because she said she had an activity for them. So, and next week is our project for the rocket. I'm so excited to see what the kids will invent and bring up this time. Remember, all your progress marching is going to be in early learning. Next week, we have a donation for our teachers to Barn of a Cape in Mesquite. So I put this, I will need assistance from pickup from specials, so I will take them to specials. But then I'm gonna run to my car and run up to the store and pick up that donation for a special activity we have after school. And I will need your assistance to pick my kiddos after specials. Hopefully I'll be here. It says it's 20 minutes from here, but traffic at certain times of the day is kind of crazy, so I will need your assistance on that. The other thing, we got the donations from Canes. That donation is gonna be picked up on the 19th. If any of y'all, I'm gonna go. If any of y'all wanna accompany me to go get the donation, you're welcome to.
Will you take King donation, the paper or the action?
Canes are donating the refreshments.
Yeah,
The
the
drinks.
lemonade and the tea.
The tea.
Ándale, okay.
And I think they also give us it's like a gift card, where you give them and they go in and they get a free meal. So,
Yeah.
Oh, so they're giving those too?
Mhm.
Again? Oh, okay, cool.
Yay.
Oh,
So
yeah. It's
we
free
get
meal.
a little few, and I'm still waiting. You already got it today. I'll put that there, but you got the
The pizza donation.
the pizza donation. So yay! Two
Yay.
less things to worry about. So it will be probably the chips and the syrup. We could distribute this among us to get it. I proposed a field trip to the aquarium for March 21st, 2025. The least amount they could do for us is $5 per student. And then I approached Miss E saying, I'm like, can we have a parent volunteer to sell them during house games? The thing is, since that parent volunteer hasn't taken
Molly?
no, it's not Molly. It's the, oh my God, the district has, when you take in money, I had to take it in as the chair. When I take money from the students, because I have to hand it in, like one of the heads responsible for it. So that parent will not be able to do that, even though I said, we're only selling it for 50 cents. So you don't have to have a registry of it. She said, the parent won't be able to. The only thing I'm like, I couldn't catch Miss Jimenez today to do a consult, because the parent I'm thinking about is, I don't know if you know her, Miss Ramos. She's Kane's mom.
Yes.
She's from the PTO. But since her baby's in my room, you're going to be working for me that day.
Right.
So you're not getting the money for the PTO, you're getting the money for our classroom. That way we could sell our tattoos during the house games. But that's something that I still need to consult with Ms. Jimenez if that's possible. The other option was that I came up, we could do a pre-sale where we get the students 50 cents. We go through the classroom, we're saying tattoos on this day, and the teachers give us their name and their 50 cents, and then they get the tattoos on the house games. So Miss E was like, we could do that. You could do the pre-sale, and then the kids get the money beforehand, and then give the kids the tattoos on house days. So that's something that we will have to work if we decide to go to the aquarium.
So this would be instead of asking for $5 or both, because we would
No,
need that
well,
much money?
I already said, I'm like, can we ask the parents for $5? And Miss E said she
No.
doesn't want to ask
Okay.
money.
She
Yeah,
said
because
no.
the first field trip, I mean, we asked them for 7 and no, it took a while to get. And I did get one more at the end of the day, Thursday, and Friday was so busy, I never did get that money to you, so I
Okay,
did.
so we got it there. We
So I
can
got
go
one
hand
more.
it in, and we're gonna go to First Gates
First, right, the
Treasury.
next field trip.
But for our next field trip, because it's not only, because I try to get, do you have a grant? Can we submit? I did all of those steps. I'm like, we don't get grants. We don't. The best we could do is like $5 from our regular price, and like the 8 chaperones for free. Any other parent that wants to go in, like requirement from the district, they have to volley. And I think it's $13.95 to pay at the ticket entrance or online. So, and we still have, so we could do that pre-sale. I said I'm gonna check with my team if they would like to do the pre-sale. We'll go ahead and do a flyer and announcements. We're doing the pre-sale. That way we go.
What about the zoo is not free?
The zoo, no, I don't think the zoo's free. Like, not even the zoo's free. I'm like, I chose the aquarium because when I went to the activity Dallas, Meet Dallas ISD, they were there and they showed all the activities. The kids are able to interact with the fish. They have some, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So I proposed it, I asked. So that's there on the table. We still have our normal environmental center that I was able to get in, but we were able to, when we're able to get in, they offered us the short day. And the short day is from 10 to 1.
Like the one with it, who? You and me, right?
Yeah, I
and
did
then
that
she was
one.
finished, and if I would have known ahead of time, I would have been okay with it. I was just
Yeah.
expecting that one more activity, and since when we didn't get it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't mind having the short day if I know ahead of time.
But I'm like that, the short day, it's like they don't offer all the activities. Or you do the farm, or you do
The hiking.
the
It's
hiking
one or the
one or the other, because it's a short day. Because their bus, which is a district bus, has to leave at certain times to go do their route.
Does that mean that we don't have to pay as much? It's half that?
Well,
that was free.
that was free.
Oh,
We do have to pay
For the
one
bus, yeah.
one bus. one bus is given, but it's a short day. And
So
it's the
we
bus
are
day
going to
route.
do that field trip. The aquarium would have just been another one. So we're saying we're
The
or
no, the aquarium was something that I proposed because I found it interesting. Because I was thinking they had like grants, like the Pearl Museum that has grants, and you're able to go for free. You only pay for the bus, but they don't. So I just put it there. If you think we can't do it or do the pre-sale, I'll take it off and I'll call and I'll cancel that one. I didn't cancel the environmental center because that was something that I did in August. Like that first day of school or when they opened, I'm like, I was here for over an hour trying to get my phone call in. Every time I would call, it was busy. So it took me almost 2 hours to be
but if
able.
we can get the money, we'd rather do the aquarium. And if we
If-
couldn't get the money, we would do the
Or do both.
They
What she
they
said.
won't let they only
No,
let
because we
us
have to pay
do
for
field
buses.
trips.
So that's why I'm gonna come like 2 field trips. So,
They only let us
but
do
the
two
aquarium
field trips.
is a very good field trip.
Yeah,
I
that's-
enjoyed
Which one?
the aquarium.
aquarium.
When I taught second grade, went to the aquarium several years,
How much
and we
is
love
that
it.
one?
It's good.
The aquarium, as per, we have like 90 kids. 90 kids, and
so
I think
90
it's like
times five.
around $400 for the entrance, and around almost it's 2 buses, and it's gonna be like $800 in total.
Altogether.
Altogether. I wish we would have the money, or we had somebody that donated us. Oh, here's the $400 for you to at least the entrance. But for now, we don't. And since we still have tattoos from our fall festival, and I don't want them to go to waste, I'm like, and they don't let us put a kiosk. They don't do other activities that we can sell them and try to get money. So that's why I was like, what can we do to try to get some money and try to go to this field trip? And that's when I thought, okay, she's not gonna let us go sell during like during the day. No, she's gonna say, oh, you're interrupting me. So that's why I thought we could do it during house games because the kids are there. Like we would announce it. The thing is, like, I need to, like I said, I want to consult with Miss Jimenez. If the parent that I'm proposing is able to get the money and she'll be there at least for a few hours and we could get some money, that would be great. Or like I said, do the pre-sale, announce that we're pre-selling and we'll get the money. And the teachers will give the, like, we did like the Jean Day, we could do that.
Did we do pretty good with the G Day?
We did like $130
That's good.
for the Jean Day. And you know, we were hustling. So this will be something like that, but we could announce, I'm like, you could get the tattoos. We're not gonna put them up at home. You just give them whichever you want.
Okay, so if we do the pre-sale, it's just making sure to cut out some tattoos,
Cut out some,
and then give them to them.
give
And the
up.
teachers would just back up the money. They'd collect the money from the kids, and then we would just like, oh, this teacher wants this many tattoos, and then
And
give them
I'm like,
that.
and that will be a pre-sale, or that will be a like I said, we could do the pre-sale. The teachers collect the money. We send the money to Miss Jimenez, our manager, and then we'll have the teacher volunteer, the teacher.
Like, so the kids can pick out what tattoos they want.
So our tattoos they
Okay,
want.
so we would know like the list of kids, and then
Yeah.
they're like, okay, y'all bought your tattoos, now y'all can pick.
Pick
Okay.
that day, and that could be the pre-sale, and that parent volunteer could just give them the tattoos on
That
the
could
house.
work,
Mhm.
and then she wouldn't have to be working with the money.
With the
We
money.
could just do pre-sale, and then on our house day, she can just be the one to put the tattoos on. And I think the kids like it when they get it at school.
Yeah.
I think that would work. I think
It's
that
very
would
Would that
making
we
it
work?
happen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll tell Miss E, we'll do the pre-sale. We'll do everything else, and we'll talk to the teachers about it. And we know we gotta be promoting like we did for our Jean Day. And that way I would love to go to the aquarium. So I'm like, we'll check. We will have to be hustling, practice. I don't know. Do we have house games in December? I never get.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I know January we
If
do.
we do-
But January we will, I know.
January
But
we
December,
do,
I don't know, 'cause they're doing so much
and
testing and
probably
stuff.
February we do. And I'm gonna try to submit all the paperwork to her, that way it gets approved. Like to see if we could go, and then I'm like, then you want me to guys to cancel the environmental center, or you want me to hold
Maybe
it up?
wait a little bit and then cancel.
Yeah,
Can they
wait.
wait till maybe just to make sure? Maybe
What
wait
week in January do you want me to wait?
till January. I'm thinking, ladies, wait till January.
Well, until
Just to make
that.
sure.
We gotta do the pre-sale
We have
first.
to,
And see how
because
it
we have to
goes.
put some
So,
paperwork.
so
in.
if
I cannot
anybody
hold
else
it
might
to,
want to
like,
get our
the last
day.
day.
But I'm thinking after our pre-sale in
Yes.
January, and
We
then if
can
we think we
tell
did
them.
good or we think we can get it, then cancel. And if we're like, no, then keep it. So I
Okay.
think January.
Okay. And the other thing I want to remind you guys, ladies, is that the slow mid-year is on your cornerstone, so that way you can update any information there of your slow.
Mm-hmm.
So
When is it? It's due? It's past due?
It's
Oh
not
no,
due.
they just opened the window.
They opened
They
the
just
window.
opened
I just making you sure that you're putting that in, because we don't want to have you
Wait
rush
till the last
hour.
minute.
Okay.
But yeah, window's open.
And here's Dr. Rachel's information.
Yay.
So, grade level activities connected to our reading curriculum. And thank you for a great day. And
Yay.
please provide me your feedback and your ACE hours.
I did my.
Let me get out the way. Thank you, ladies. You know, I'm always available. You can text me at night. I'm like, I'll answer at 4 o'clock in the morning when I get up.
You don't have to answer for
I'm like, cause if you answer at night, I'm like, Miss Santiago, go to sleep at
You
8.
can answer at like 6. 6:30. It's okay.
Unless it's an emergency, you know. I'm like, I will. Thank you for all you do, ladies.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.